Hello and welcome again to another week of Tech News. First of all, we do apologize for the inconsistent upload, so we'll try and fix that soon hopefully. And a bit of a heads up, in the second part of this video we'll be covering rumors and leaks, so if you're into that, stick around in the video to find out. So Samsung has this feature installed in their TV products called the Samsung TV Block, which can be used to disable TV sets that have been stolen, that is, if Samsung knows the serial code for that particular TV. And recently, this feature had been used after a bunch of TVs were stolen after unrest and looting in Squaretro distribution center in South Africa. While this does help in deterring looters from making use of the stolen TVs, we don't really know if Samsung TV owners can report their stolen TV to Samsung so that they can activate the block, or if this is only reserved for large-scale thefts from stores. There's also the fact that owners are concerned, and rightfully so, by the company's ability to break their sets remotely, but should that happen, Samsung assures that it won't be an issue, as long as proof of purchase and a valid TV license is presented to them. Last week, Microsoft had just tweeted a screenshot of the new Windows 11 desktop. While the post doesn't seem to imply anything much, a closer look at the date and time at the bottom right corner of the screen shows a possible hint of the release date of the OS, which would be on the 20th of October of 2021, specifically at 11:11 AM. On the other hand, on the 27th of August, Microsoft has published a blog post which adds several new CPUs to the Windows 11 compatibility list. The CPUs that Microsoft added are all from Intel 7th Gen Core series, which includes the Core X series, Xeon W series, and Core 7820HQ. There's another catch though. AMD's first generation Ryzen processors aren't among them. As stated by Microsoft, after carefully analyzing the first generation of AMD Zen processors in partnership with AMD, together we concluded that there are no additions to the supported CPU list. And for those who can't or won't upgrade to Windows 11, Microsoft assures that they'll still be supporting Windows 10, at least until October 2025. So there's that. With how hard it is for people to get their hands on RTX 30 series GPUs nowadays, this next news might not be so uplifting. In the coming month, it seems that there will be a reduction of 50% in supplies for RTX 3060 Ti and RTX 3060, that is according to IT Home. The site got their hands on this info from Board Channels forums, which are closed forums for people working for AIBs, EICs and OEMs, where they exchange information on the current market situation. On the bright side, they did mention that shipments will bounce back in late September. The site also shared the current pricing for AMD and Nvidia graphics cards, so you can pause the video now if you want to read through the list. So the reason this supply issue is a problem in the first place is, according to video cards, because some Chinese factories are being partially closed or not working at full capacity due to the local new outbreaks of COVID. I suppose this is a bit of a wake-up call, and as such, we do urge you to follow whatever guidelines set to contain this pandemic by any means possible. Now, we did promise you in the beginning of the video, so let's move on to some leaks. Nvidia might be aiming to release another powerful graphics card this year, and according to rumors, this might very well be the RTX 3090 Super. Based on recent tweets from Greymon55 and Compatibility, who both have been known to leak stuff that turned out to be true most of the time, they mentioned similar findings in the RTX 3090 Super that will feature 10,752 CUDA cores and over 4,000 watts of TDP. Compite offers a bit more detail, saying that the GPU will not feature Nvidia's multi-GPU interface, NVLink, as well as that it will launch later this year. And since Nvidia hasn't made any official statements on this graphics card, you should take this with a grain of salt. This next one will cover on what we know so far about the upcoming RTX 40 series GPUs, which is allegedly in the making. Based on Compite 7 Kimi, yes, the same one I mentioned just now, the RTX 40 Ada Lovelace series will be built on TSMC's 5nm process. Now, while this rumor has been brought up before by Greymon55, yes, that very same Greymon, on July, both leakers agreeing on the 40 series using TSMC 5nm process, this just solidifies the speculations on the GPU series. And while Compite also mentioned that the GPU series will come out earlier than expected, as previously it was rumored that it will be released in late 2022, that might not be the case, as Min News reported that Nvidia CFO, Colin Kress, had stated that the RTX 40 series will be delayed until 2023, although the exact date has not been specified. Now, a lot of these info are leaks, but I guess it wouldn't hurt to have some expectations on Nvidia's future GPU and what 5nm process technology would bring us. Last year, Microsoft released the Surface Duo, which didn't exactly live up to its hype. Now, this year however, they might be releasing a successor to the device called the Surface Duo 2, and there are a few good reasons why we believe this. First of all, TechNews released a video showcasing photos of the alleged prototype of the Surface Duo. Design-wise, not much will be changed from the original, with rounded corners, slightly larger displays and thinner bezels. The next reason is that recently, a benchmark of the Surface Duo 2 from Geekbench has been leaked, which suggests that it could feature Qualcomm Snapdragon 888 chipset, 8GB of RAM, as well as powered by Android 11. Performance-wise, it scored 1091 for single-core and 3517 for multi-core. In comparison, the previous Surface Duo scored 760 and 2847 for single-core and multi-core respectively. Now, another reminder that this is still a leak, so a good idea would be to be a little skeptical about it until the actual product is finally released. And that should be all we're covering for this week. If you feel like you've gained something from this video, do leave a like. And come back next time when we'll report more tech news for the week. Just subscribe to us if you don't want to miss out on that. You can also check out our recent videos on why you should use certain OS, so do give that a visit if you're interested. And with that, we'll see you next time. So until then, take care.